Hi guys, it is Monday, April 4th. Once again, I've been slacking on posting videos, so I thought I'd do a recap of what's happening. I just came off a recovery week. I've been doing quite a bit of hard training. I've rode the course multiple times, the bike course anyhow, and not the full course, but I've done 70, 80 miles of it a few times. It's hilly. I can't remember if the last video that I said that they've changed the course from last year, and it's now a 2-loop course. And I think we gained about 1,200 feet of climbing, which is not insignificant. Last year's race, Tulsa Ironman, and this year when it was posted, it was listed as a flat bike course. Well, now it's listed as a hilly bike course. So I've kind of changed the strategy just a bit. For those of you who've watched these videos know that I'm a fairly strong cyclist, but not a very strong runner. So I've got to save the legs for the run. So I can go pretty deep on the bike and ride it pretty hard and fast. But if I do that, I'm not going to have legs left to run. So I think I did talk about it that I was going to ride that Specialized Shiv, but I made the decision that there's just too much climbing for me personally. There'll be a lot of guys out there on Shivs and tri bikes and TT bikes, but for me personally, I'd rather be comfortable and on a road bike for as much climbing. So there's my road bike right there, my new baby. I haven't named her yet, but she's pretty. So we're working from home today. I got the little one here. She's signed in, doing her work. Say hi. No, she's too cool. Anyways, okay, so last week, today's Monday, last week was a recovery week. I still did about 9.5 hours of workouts between swim, bike, and run. The long ride was just 3 hours. I was doing about 4.5, 5 hours every weekend. So took the volume way back to kind of recover, and my body's feeling it. It was interesting. During recovery week, I was feeling very sluggish and tired and worn out, and I was like, what the heck is going on? I was eating plenty. I was drinking plenty. I wasn't drinking that much alcohol or anything, and my coach said that happens a lot of times on recovery weeks, that your body's used to a high volume, and when you take that volume away, your body doesn't know what to do, and it goes into recovery mode basically. And I was pretty tired last week, so it was weird. So this week starts a 3-week block of basically pure hell. I did 3,500 yards this morning in a pool. He gave me the option of doing 6 500s, 3 1,000s, or 1 3,000 yard swim. I've always chosen the one that scares me the most is the one I ought to do. So I did the 3,000 this morning. It was very telling. So I had done one 2,500 yard swim, and I felt great. I did that a couple weeks ago. I think I posted shortly after that. This 3,000, about 2,700 yards in, 2,750, I started to get kind of spinny. I was a little oxygen depleted. My form just kind of fell apart, and I really had to focus on my breathing and form, because I was slowing down, and my strokes were getting sloppy, and I was kind of getting spinny, and it was, I'd never experienced that before. But I'm glad I've experienced now. That was kind of that 2,700 is kind of where I hit the wall and was like, uh-oh, what's happening here? And I had to settle down and focus. And I'm a breather every 2 strokes, every other stroke, always out my right side. Every right side's a breath, and that's what's comfortable for me. So it's a lot of turning my head, and I'm in a 25-yard pool, so there's a lot of laps, a lot of turns, and then that's kind of where I hit it. So I did a 154 pace for that 3,000, which I'm extremely happy with. I think that's going to be my Ironman pace. And you put a wetsuit on me, I should gain maybe 10 seconds per 100 yards with a wetsuit on. For those who swim, know that when you put that wetsuit on, you're so much more buoyant. You just fly through the water. So I'm very happy with that, and I feel really confident and good in the water. So this week is pretty, the next 3 weeks, but this week is the first week that I'll have some intense stuff. Most every day is going to be 2 workouts a day. I'll have a run interval and a bike interval, or a hard run with an easy bike, or a hard bike with an easy run. And then in addition to these 3 weeks, we're going to start transitioning to getting used to doing big efforts on Sundays. So Tulsa Ironman is on a Sunday, May 22nd. And so I'll do a bunch of work this weekend. My rest day now will actually be on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'll have 3 weeks of big bricks. So this weekend, I think I've got 4.5 hours on the bike, and then a 40-minute run directly off the bike. So that's working on that transition between bike and run. For those who've never done a triathlon, that transition is very difficult for your body to learn how to transition. If you go too hard on the bike, your legs feel like cinder blocks, just absolutely cinder blocks. Even though they're sort of the same muscle groups, they're used completely different. So that's for working on that transition between bike and run. And then the following weekend will probably be a little further on the bike and a little further on the run. And I'm ramping it up, the time that I'm on the bike and the time on the run. And then April 24th, at the end of this 3-week block, I will do a metric Ironman. So we're a bunch of the guys who are training under coach are going to get together, and we'll swim in the morning and then all meet after we all get from our pools. I think the water's still going to be a little too cold to do it at Keystone. But we'll all go to our individual pools, do the swim, then meet and do about, so a metric Ironman is, instead of a 112-mile bike ride, we'll do 112 kilometers. Instead of a 2.4 mile swim, we'll do 2.4 kilometers, and so on, and run. So we'll do about 71 mile bike, I think is what it is, and a 16-mile run. So we'll do that all in one day, and that'll be super telling to see where my fitness is at the end of this big 3-week block. I will do my nutrition as if it's race day, which it looks like it's going to be about 500 calories an hour I'm going to have to consume. In addition to that, I'll need about 800 milligrams of salts. So what I'm not getting from my drink and my gels and food, I'll have salt tablets. And on the run, I think I'm going to have to take 2 salt tablets an hour, just about. I'm a very heavy sweater, and I lose a lot of salt when I'm sweating. And I just learned this, that when you take on carbs and calories, mainly carbs in your gels and foods, if you don't have enough salts in you, your body doesn't absorb those carbs very well. So it's very important to keep your sodium levels high. So I'll be taking gels and eating fig bars, but I'll also be taking salt tablets to make sure I have enough sodium in me so it binds and my body can use those carbs. So I'm very terrified and very scared for the next 3 weeks, but that's why I'm doing this. The putting in the work is terrifying, but it's exciting. I'm ready. So I will make another video at the end of this week to tell how the first Hell Week went, and I'm sure I'll be spent. So excited. For those who saw the post that Chelsea made about the shirts, feel free to get one if you want one. I'm not making any money. It's not a fundraiser. If you want that link, send me a message. I'll send it to you. But they're just Team Steve-O. They're bright yellow, so I can see you if anybody wants to come out and cheer me on, and you want to have a Steve-O shirt on so I can see you. I think they're $20 a piece. There's a link. You go online, you order, ship it straight to your house. Once again, I'm not making any money. This isn't a fundraiser. If you don't want a t-shirt, don't buy one. If you want one, go for it. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.